Alright friends, now that I'm getting some fresh air and hearing the birds chirp and the sounds of spring, I thought it would be a good idea to get outside and do a little scavenger hunt of things around your yard, since we can still do that. So I have 2 Ziploc bags just to keep the objects that I attached in this video for the scavenger hunt. You can make your own, but I just started with something simple. I've also seen people use egg cartons, baskets, little pockets, anything you want that they can collect the items and look at them later. It's a really fun activity and a way to have them explore and kind of get outside. So as you'll see on the list, you can go through them. The first one I'm gonna try and find is a smooth rock. So I'm venturing in my yard. Well, I found a stick. I'm gonna save that. Maybe a smooth rock. There's a rough rock. They can feel them if you want them to. This looks like a pretty smooth rock to me. So I'm gonna keep this and put this one in my bag for my first scavenger hunt find. Yay! Next on the list, it says to try and find a flower, any flower. So since it's spring, my beautiful yellow daffodils have bloomed, and I'm going to pick this one. If you don't want your kids to pick your flowers, that's totally fine. Don't feel like you have to do that, but I'm going to. A yellow daffodil. A yellow daffodil and one smooth rock. And now I'm gonna try and find some tree bark. And my big oak tree. This tree, the bark is very rough. You can have them feel it. And sometimes the bark can come off if you pull it. And then you can examine it later, especially if you have a magnifying glass or something like that. So here is my tree bark. Next on the scavenger hunt list is one green leaf. Since it's springtime, all of our plants are now growing or coming back up and blooming, coming out of the soil. This is a big plant, so I'm going to take one green leaf and add it to my collection. So next on my list, I'm going to try and find an acorn, which you'll have to look really hard for. I found a nice patch of acorns. Yay! I will add this to my collection. So after doing some more searching in my yard, I found some reddish colored leaves that are kind of turning now that it's spring and things are turning green. But it's pretty red, so I'm gonna collect it, and this is kind of a challenge, so it should be fun. I know that leaves during this time of year, it's not fall, so they're not gonna be red and yellows, but just try your best. It's fun to be able to hunt for them. So I found on my rose bush here, some tiny little yellow greenish leaves kind of sprouts. I think you can see it here, so I'm gonna pick those and add that to my yellow leaf collection. So as you can see, I actually found two objects in one place. This is my little pine tree. I kind of had to search harder for these pine cones because they're not in season, so it's okay if you can't find these. They have these like prickly little crinkles on the end, I think is what they're called. So if you're having your toddler pick up the objects, just be mindful of these. They can be kind of sharp. But yeah, there's two pine cones and my spruce stem. So I'll take one of these and both my pine cones and add them to my nature. So this also is not on the list, but I found this little guy, a worm, in my flower bed in the front, which is awesome. I'm not going to collect him because they are wonderful for the environment, for the soil, for your plants. So say bye, little worm. Go in your dirt home. So under my flower pot, I found some little guys known as roly-polies, probably to most of you. They have a more scientific name, but I'm not going to go there today. They thrive in kind of dark, wet places, so it's kind of rainy. They're hanging out under my flower pot here. They are also decomposers, so they're really good for the environment. They'll eat some of your dead plants, dead leaves, things like that. So I'm not going to collect these. Please don't collect the insects on there. They're just kind of fun to look at and maybe pick up and put back. So you might find like an ant or a ladybug or something like that, but please let them free. Just look. So my last item I found were feathers from this cool little nest that I found in my backyard. These, I'm gonna try not to disturb this nest. I'm not gonna take this at all, just in case bird is gonna come back and lay eggs in it, or I don't want to touch it. But it's pretty cool. Find these little feathers here, and feathers will probably be one of the harder ones to find, and like I said, it's okay if you don't find everything on the list. It's just supposed to be for fun, and you'll probably also find some objects that aren't on the list that's totally cool to collect and add to your bag. So now I'm gonna put these feathers in my other object bag and take them inside and sort them out and see all the different things that I found. And we might even color categorize them and talk about the colors of each object that we found. I hope you guys had fun getting outside, exploring your backyard, spending time with your family. It's really good to just get outside and take a deep breath of fresh air. All right, see you soon. So now that I have found all my scavenger nature hunt items that are in my bag that I'm going to go sort, I just wanted to take a minute in this space outside that I use to decompress, and I think it's really helpful and just a good reminder for everyone to have somewhere outside in the natural world where they can go to kind of decompress and not think about everything that's going on in the world right now. Obviously it doesn't need to be a pond with fish in it, but this is what I like to do. So if there's somewhere that's accessible to you, or just even just like a bench somewhere in your backyard, obviously making sure that it's still safe, try and do that and try and have like a mindful, peaceful, quiet moment, just listening to the nature. I like just listening to the water. It really helps with anxiety and kind of just being able to come to a calm place. So thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed the nature hunt if that's something that you guys want to do, and I'll see you soon.